Hi YouTube, today is December 21st, 2016. I'm again in my Khmer garden, and the topic is the tactics of psychopaths, namely one, I think it's called projecting, and Liberty for Space Goat channel lifted up very good text from Tudor, Master Narcissist, and he goes into this tactic what narcissists and psychopaths use, and then he's also describing how brain of a normal human being is working. He said, you empaths, you the normal people, you need everything to be in a category, in a certain category, and we psychopaths, he said, we don't think like that. So he said, if you see an old woman feeding pigeons and talking to herself, she's crazy. If you see an old man standing by the school in a coat with the umbrella, he is a maniac waiting for our children, and so on. And he said, all what we need to do is to play with these perceptions and reinforce them. And this is a crucial part for you to understand when you are being played by the psychopath. He simply goes like this. You are in a group. He is elegantly controlling that group by giving smiles and favors to those who worship him, and giving looks and insults to those who are questioning him, and of course controlling that group with his lieutenants. So you are inside that psychopathic group, which is the normal place for every normal human being to be under the boot of a psychopath. And then he's gonna point to somebody, and then he's gonna start smearing that. This is the moment, darling, when you need to somehow dehypnotize yourself and start understanding that you'll be simply used as an energy and maybe even a physical tool against another scapegoat, a guy like you. So he's gonna start projecting on that guy, and more he starts throwing down, more you simply gonna start believing him. And this is not a big secret. Goebbels, the minister of propaganda of Nazi Germany, said that 100 times a repeated lie becomes a truth. So when a psychopath is influencing the group, and I've seen it again and again and again, and I'm seeing with the group out, I can immediately sense, when psychopathic element is approaching the drunk Khmer group, and then they start voicing against, start raising voices against me, Parang, Nia, Chok, Kimban, he's in the house, fuck him, and so on. These are the comments, and these are typical, absolutely every night comment here in the neighborhood lately. And yeah, so just stay away from that. Try to understand these tactics, and try to understand that if a woman is old and if she's talking to herself, maybe she's simply thinking out loud. Maybe she's not really a witch, although if she even has like a white hair, if she's old, she doesn't really have to be a witch, which is preparing magic potions in her house, in her kitchen. Or if a person is white and fat, that doesn't make him a serial killer, that makes him unattractive, but he's not a killer. Even if somebody points with his finger to that person 100 times and says, he's no good, he's a killer, look, he's a fat, he's a white, he has a big coat, he's killed somebody, he's gonna kill somebody. You need to really start thinking with your brain for a while. And although to my viewers this might be something obvious, I'm telling you, we fall in these games way too many times. The way how their control group many times starts with the laughter. They simply start mocking a person. So this is psychopaths. They are going into stages. I'm trying to explain you the stages, how they go. First stage is always emotional. They simply start mocking a person, targeting a person, and then you just go along with this, making jokes, and then after that comes violence. Now, this is an interesting observation from one, by the way, Illuminati person, should you not. His father was Minister of Affairs of Communist Yugoslavia in 1945, and then later on ambassador in London, Rome, and Rio de Janeiro. He was my mentor on university, Dr. Vejvoda. So this is what he said. Did you notice, and he said, I've been told this, did you notice on what ethnicity in Yugoslavia people been making most of the jokes? Most of the jokes, all jokes in Yugoslavia were about Mujo and Haso. Mujo and Haso this, and maybe Fata that, and so on. These are three major characters in Yugoslav jokes. Mujo, Haso, and Fata, all of them from Bosnia. Okay, yeah, I said Mujo, Fata, Haso. You know, these pretty cool joke characters in Croatia. Sometimes you have Štef from Zagreb. That's it. And he said, and did you notice which ethnicity got most of the beating in the war? And I said, Muslims, Bosniaks. I said, do you connect that? I said, wow. I said, yes. And this is how it goes also for the whole ethnicities. First goes making fun of them, and then something happens. Notice that